Había subido la barra con triple paella. ¡Asómate! ¡Asómate! ¡Mira dónde llega la... ¡Llegaba el agua hasta el restaurante! ¡Había subido la marea! ¿Y tú? ¡Ay, qué hacemos ahora! Con los dos sacos de arroz.
Hey, dummies! Kayle and Jer since the long time of Season 3 here. And today's topic of discussion is of course this useless trash can that is in theory supposed to be a champion. Oh, I can totally relate to. For I'm a Kayle of YouTube, you see? When till level 4k watch time plus 1000 subs, I'm a useless bum without pay, with a melee attack. But enough about my dumbass. You know, I actually really like reworks. In fact, I like all of them. Except for just one. Whoa, wait, what the fuck? Hey kid, want some misery in your life? Here, try this. Why, thank you for this recommendation. But humbly... How about no? You crazy Dutch bastard piece of shit? Well anyway, and no, I'm not here to talk about her latest old buffs, when she can now... Wow, oh my god, finally attack while casting it?
No way! Yes way!
Thing that should have been in the game since day one of her rework actually happened. And it took only like 20 trillion years to realize that it was turbo cringe.
Wow, that's so nice. Thank you.
Riot Games.
Thank you.
But the main thing that I actually wanna talk about is this bullshit.
Champions that dominate the early game are extremely popular in Korea. If you can take a champion that has a dominant early game and win lane, you can effectively break the spirits of the enemy team and create an open situation early on. If most of your games are going to be decided in the first 10 minutes, then you might as well just play an early game champion. What is the point of picking up a late game champion if you're never going to get to the actual late game? You're not coin flipping your team, you know that your teammates are probably going to go AFK if the early game goes south. They don't want to wait until you get your 5th item. This is why champions like Jace, Renekton, and Lee Sin have always been strong.
And champions like Kayle, and Kayle, and of course Kayle, have always sucked a gigantic, enormous ass in the overwhelming majority of cases. Because of everything above, this girl just cannot get to her theoretical potential most of the time because of her abysmal early game. I mean, open literally any Kayle streamer and I can guarantee that 95% of all of the games you will see him feeding his dumbass and winning only by some giga luck with teammates or enemies being barn animals. Look at this for example. Oh, look, 0 death, normal CS, and he's even up a level. He's even solo killing him. Well damn, this champion is good or something. Might as well try it. But actually, it's a bit different, you see. Most of the time you will see something like this. Hi, hello there, good fella. I'm here to give you a good firm handshake. Just for good luck in this match. But actually, how about another handshake? I'm a such an honorable opponent, you see. Oh, Jungle Gang, how adorable. Did you forget that it's a Kayle lane or something? And she's a useless piece of shit until level 6? But actually, how about another handshake? Oh, are you sure? Oh well, some other time then. Oh, maybe now? Whoops! Went a little bit overboard there. Sorry, little buddy. Don't know my own strength. Hey, so, while you were fixing your evaporated bone matter, now get this, my jungler buddy called, and he told me that he wants to give you a handshake as well. Since you're such a good sport, good luck to you in this game from the both of us, and hope you are having as much fun as I'm having right now. Now look, you may say that this particular player is bad and inadequate.
Then he does a little spin and abracadabra. All of this wonderful magic powder appears on my desk. I then said out loud, "Holy smokes, all of that powder belongs up my nose, doesn't it?" Hunter then looked at me with a twinkle in his eye and smiled. He said, "It sure does, Papa. It sure does.
But let me tell you that actually by the time of this recording, he's kind of a high elo, at least on if it means anything. So I guess he's above average, and especially above all of you, people who never seen anything above plat. As far as I can see, he's around 6 out of 10 player. That's what I wanted to say. But then I've seen this clip.
Bone plaking is gone, I have teleport. Time to fight, I guess. Take this, Camille. What? She got ignite? How did this happen? I am Kayle, the strongest early game champion. Damn sneaky ignite users, if only I could have known. What? This guy dares to ping me? User are now muted. Haha, got him.
Fucking dumbass. So, not only he hinted his ass off on the champion that you cannot do mistakes on, but then he even spam pinged and muted the guy who justifiably pinged him once for his total dumbassery. Insecurity 101, ladies and gentlemen.
To win the game, must kill towers. How did this happen?
Literally 2 minutes later.
To win the game, must kill tower. Take that tower. How did this happen? Gonna come back in another 2 minutes and get you, tower.
I mean, this guy is making guides. Are you for real right now? Get the hell out of my sight, you Eon dummy! Jesus. Well, anyway. So what I've noticed is that there are like 4 types of content creators / streamers around. The ones who are genuinely entertaining and overall good personalities with minor flaws, and even good players on top of that. The ones who are boring assholes, who may or may not be pretty good video gamers too, but unfortunately caught in a bit of toxicity.
Just like me!
Check out my stream, dummy. Then there are those who are total fucking dick assholes, non-stop crazy flamers who should be perma-banned, and I don't care if you're a good player or not. I don't care if you're just playing a role. Go wash your mouth with a soap, you toxic waste graveyard of a person. Stupid children are listening to your bullshit and start copycatting your idiocy. And just in general. I mean...
Look at this guy.
I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch, I'm a bitchy, bitchy bitch. I'm a silly little bitch, such a bitchy bitch. I'm a bitch.
And he actually left. What a piece of sh... And then there are those who are living in the underworld of turbo cringe. People who are not entertaining. People who are low-key toxic as well, but pretending that they are actually not. People with extreme insecurities. Like when you're muting your teammates or yourself and then still typing to them in chat. Those types. Usually turbo cringers are not very good players, like this specimen right here. But as always in everything there are rare exceptions. Well, it was actually really well played, you dumbass bastard. But saying all that, I actually can understand this guy. It's pretty hard not to become cringe when playing on EU. Legit, like out of all the games I've spectated of his, maybe one was without toxic pieces of trash.
You just keeps delivering. Yes,
Wow, was that like my first roasting video? Okay, sorry. It was all a joke. Just joking here, mate. You know, like in the middle school somebody calls your mother an abominable whore and then screaming that it was all just a funny joke while you're beating the living shit out of them. But in all actuality, I'm pretty sure that I'll never touch somebody who is not publicly known for being a living, breathing trash can. Wait, what was this video about again? Ah, stupid as Kayle. So previous player is a big no-no. Okay, let's observe Korea Master Plus. Now this is clearly out of field Jax who knows barely anything. Look, he just stopped the chase for zero reason even though he could force her out of lane or at least out of the X branch. And now he already got Q but he's not going in, waiting another like 6 seconds for E. So typical player who even you could theoretically beat, and that's why you might think that Kayle is A-OK. Now let me show you Jax lane when Jax is actually a human. So here is just your typical handshake scenarios level 1. And then he receiving the hugest power spike imaginable, which is a level 2. And oh, what's happening? Looks like one more time and I'm dead already. Point click spells, by the way. The thing you have to understand that you are always at his mercy. Because at some point he just randomly might decide to, you know, fucking kill you. And the funniest thing is, there is nothing you can do actually about it. Except for staying constantly out of his range. And that means losing at least 30% of the CS. And that's the best scenario actually, because good Jax will just freeze lane near his tower, and good luck doing literally anything. Thus, the predictable result in most of the situations. Notice how this Kayle actually has shit ton of CS and 4 items, because this is high elo Korea. Most of the time you will have like -100 and be even more useless.
Yeah, ok, Jax lane is very hard, but I'm sure I can beat most of the other top laners.
Well, maybe those who are playing like this.
Oh, farm, I'm playing scaling farming champion. She also has like 0 mana and I'm still not going in. Need to deal with those pesky minions, or else I might freeze near my tower allowing easy ganks.
Like, what is even this? Don't pick this champion if you're playing like this. Now, let's return to human players. Like 3 seconds later after Kayle returned to lane. Oh my god. What is happening? What is happening? Wait, she's actually trying to fight back, making her situation even worse. Skills off cooldown, enemy has no flash. Okay, bye! And from this point, it's just constantly this shit. If you're not hugging your tower like 24/7, crying to your jungler to push the frozen lane. But if you are trying to fight him directly, well, good luck. If Renekton isn't a dumbass, most of the games will end up like this. Minute 26, still 1 item. Well, that's great. And that's like with all of them. Like, look at this. Level 4 got hit by 1 Q. So many ways to outplay this. Am I right? Or maybe this champion? Notice that she's already died to a gank. Bone plating is activated. All the minions are shooting at her. Still no chance. And that's just some random ass Irelia. Maybe let's check somebody like this guy, who is well known for being, like, maybe the best Irelia in the world? This Kayle was so careful, but she did one little mistake. Tried to help her allies. What a silly thing to even think about. And then there is just no going back from here. No matter how good you are, you will just constantly die under tower over and over again. With yet again very predictable results.
I'm Kayle, I'm helping, here have ult. It's Irelia, let's fight. But it's already late game and I'm level 16. How am I still so
fucking useless? You probably tired already for me stating the obvious, so I'll try to wrap things up already. I remember the exact moment when it finally dinged to me that I should stop playing this useless coin flip girl. It was when I played against maybe the smartest Garen in the universe, who played with Grasp, maxed Q, and came back with Shin and Boots from the first buy. Like legit impossible shit. Until level 6 you're just not farming. And even if you'll have phase rush, one successful enemy gank and it's over. Q max 3/4 Garen can kill you in like 2 seconds, unless you're pressing ult before his Q. And I double dog dare you to miss your Q once. And then I obviously lost, and I queued up again. And what do you know? This Garen once more! And after that game that I've lost with slightly better results, I was like, fuck it, I'm not playing it. And so I stopped for like a whole month. And I even used phase rush in game 2, making him my bitch after level 6. But being -40 CS before level 6 is, let's say, slightly not ideal. This is what you see on the screen is just nothing compared to what I've experienced. Because I searched and searched and searched, but it's really hard to find somebody who's actually a human. So, question. Please tell me, all the Kayle enjoyers in the world, are you unironically telling me that you're having fun in the game, doing everything that you can and still barely surviving? Like, for real? Tell me. Yes, indeed, you've stomped some monkeys in silver with Kayle and think that she's good or something. And especially if you're from an A. But objectively, if we are looking at her overall performance, not about her theoretical numbers in ideal circumstances, but about the fun from playing her, then she sucks. She sucks so much fucking ass, my dude. And in mid lane, she sucks even more. Hey, so do you remember this item, Feral Flare? It's when prehistoric Australopithecus's, Master Yi and Jax players were farming woods for like 20 minutes each match. Like legit doing nothing but AFK farm. And there was always a race about who the hell will get this bullshit first. And oh my god, how all players enjoyed this amazing experience when you're playing 4v4 the entire game and then this clown just comes out of nowhere and shish kebabs your entire team. And what eventually happened to this stupid ass item, you're asking? Oh, what? It was deleted? But it was so much fun, isn't it? So what I'm saying is, this girl is literally this item, but a whole champion. Maybe we should delete her as well? 17 minutes of dumb bullshit later. TLDR. Kayle is a useless dummy of a champion who has a very hard life on the Rift via having AD Yumi power level early game, while also being super easy to gank. And on top of that, enemy junglers who have above 50 IQ kinda not into losing games. So they of course will just camp your scaling ass all day, all night. And that's a lot of fun playing 1v2 all the freaking time, let me tell you. I mean, even her looks, I'm okay with level 11 plus, but like, what the hell is this? But can she be like this perhaps? No? Why, thank you, Riot Games. Now one of my favorite champions associating with this clown ass.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Well, yeah, that is a personal attack, you turbo disgusting ultra selfish Hollywood witch. And I actually liked her in Scott Pilgrim. Oh my god. Well, anyway, the point is, in my humble opinion, Kayle needs to be reworked. Again. The following are my thoughts about reworking this stupid-ass champion, so she can be a lot more viable when you're picking her blind, and so I won't feel that I'm about to eat a full package of freshly sharpened razors when I see something like Ignite Renekton plus Lee Sin in a jungle. And if you agree that current rework was made by dumbasses, then thank you fam, like, subscribe, tip my broke ass, donate the case from your apartment, in no particular order. And if you disagree and actually think that everything that I'm talking about here is a total nonsense, then...
Opinions are beautiful. If everyone thought the same way, then the world would be boring. So opinions are wonderful, you know? But you're fucking wrong, and you're stupid, so fuck you.
And of course, you can also...
Let us know. Email us at idon'tgivetwofucks
at matrix.fart.
At matrix.fart. Clownpenis.fart.
And right after that, you can even follow up with, sucking my ass, right? Okay, I'm just joking. Jesus, people are so sensitive today. Well, anyway. So, Kayle rework. The main thing that bothers me about her is that if she's all about ascension and getting stronger over time, then why the hell it's only about her autos and E? What about her Q? What about her W? What about Claimer Season 2? Huh? What about her ult at least?
So many questions, Jay. This is truly a mystery. I
was having a really big think about all of these, and eventually I came up with two possible reworks. The first is called Let's Just Make Her Non-Trash, and that's about it. This is essentially a rework for little babies. So, now, listen carefully, little baby. First of all, all of this, I don't like it. But especially this. The fact that ascensions are locked with a certain level is a total bullshit that punishes good players for some reason. So, new system. Let's call it Judgment. I mean, she was a adjudicator in the past. So let's go with that. Now, if you do all the appropriate things in lane, which is a
Kill! Blood for the blood god!
and all of that good shit, you will ascend much faster than 5 minutes and 8 full waves. Similar to how Syndra works, but instead of skills, your whole champion upgrades. And speaking of upgrades, oh wait, before that, your W is now a new skill called Old Aatrox W. Because it is quite literally the worst skill in the game. Also, I think it's extremely appropriate for her to have this, since she is, you know, an angel who can spread salvation and extreme violence at the same time. Now let's tweak it a little. I did this, it's magic damage. Okay, done. And I mean, I can literally stop here, and this champion is already like 10 times better. Oh, and to all of those who are wondering just why the hell I've added all skill from a different champion. Well, you see, I'm just copying this unknown indie company called Riot Games. Because this skill wasn't invented by them, no. They actually stole it from different game. So, in the ancient times of not so long ago, there was a game called Heroes of Nevreth, whatever. And so in this game, there was a champion called Malikan. And oh, look at this skill. Seeing something familiar perhaps?
When using Blood Price, the affected attack deals bonus damage at the cost of health. When using Bloodthirst, the third attack will heal him instead.
I got you, right? You think you're sneaky or something?
You trying to hit that? Go clean that motherfucking room. Hurry up, get out of here. Go. Daddy, that's... Hey, don't tell him. How you doing, sweet thing? The fuck? Hey, that's a man.
So, yeah, I'm adding this. I don't care. Case closed. And now finally for the ascensions. Oh my god. I really need to work on the amount. Well, anyway, now level 1. First of all, she's now ranged. But the range is only 300, which is only 100 above Aurelia. Why doing so? Because I'm sick and tired having minus 40 CS against any aggressive melee.
Oh, but it will be OP.
Yeah, shut up, alright? Because those champions just do not exist and they never play top. Right? Also, now she can play literally any role, instead of just being locked mostly top. But, considering that with this W she will be ultra busted with her final ascension. Okay, I got you. Check this out. At level 1, her Q will only slow the first target it hits. No pierce, no shred resistances, nothing. Just the first target. I tried to do something interesting with W, but it was always something crazy and extremely convoluted in the end. So let's go with this. At first ascension, W is now receiving a debuff called Binding. And with it, the damaging part will cost you 5% of your current HP, and the healing part is reduced by like 30%. Even with my changes, you are still kinda in a survival mode until second ascension, so I think that will do. Now, since she has 300 range, E once again will cost mana, and on top of that, it won't have execution effect. And finally R. Now, with my new justice system, if you suck some extreme ass or you're AFK, you can actually ascend after 6. So I love this too. And level 1 Ascension R will just give you invulnerability, no AoE damage, and you can't even attack. And the cherry on top, Zeal is now nerfed by half. So, are you happy, Cupcake? Are this amount of nerfs justify this W and range level 1 for you? Look, I don't care if no. Moving on. Level 2. Range same as life and now skills. Q is now piercing. And it also shreds 10% of resistances. Why 10 and not 15, you ask? Well, that's because I've decided to make it a little bit interesting. Now it shreds 1% of additional MR with each 40 AP that you have, and 1% of additional armor with each 30 AD. Because why the hell not? Now, as for W, she is slowly overcoming the binding. Now it's reduced by 50%. Let's see if she's gonna get rid of it completely in the next episode of Stupid Useless Kayle Champion, brought to you by Riot Games Sux+++ Network. Now E. Now E is the same as life and mana stays. As for R, it still does no damage, but now you can attack. Congratulations. Now, we are slowly approaching a territory that is only known as a crazy ass. So, buckle your seatbelts, children. Level 3. Range is the same. Now Q. Now is piercing full screen. Not just behind, I mean, like Sirat Q. Well, yeah, I told you. We are in the rather interesting territory already. Moving on, W. As was foretold in the Dead Sea Scrolls, the binding is now gone. But on top of that, damaging part is now reducing E cooldown by 1.5, and healing part is now actually increased by 30% if you're below 50. Oh, and by the way, early Atrax had like 300% below 50, so I think 30 will be quite balanced. Now E. The E buff is the same as life. And actually I really wanted to delete bonus damage, but I have no idea how, because those waves are kinda cool. So whatever, I guess. As for R, it finally does damage, so same as life. And now...
Warning! Warning! We officially entered crazy-ass holy shit territory. Better leave now while you still can, since it's about to become rather a bit silly here. So, level 4.
Level 4. Range is same as life. Now Q. Now, on top of everything else, Q will cost 100% additional mana, but it will do 30% additional damage.
Oof, oof, oof.
But wait, there is actually more. Now Q will have 2 or even 3 times more meat on it.
Hear that, Noah?
Yes.
Lance wants something a bit meatier. Lance wants something a bit meatier. Lance wants something a bit meatier. Lance wants something a bit meatier.
Gonna need something a bit more meaty about now.
And we can even make the same animation. No? I mean no? Oh, I think yes. Now W. The damaging part will now cleave for 100% damage in 300 range around the target. And the healing part is now overheal shielding you for 10% of your max HP. And it scales too. And the cherry on top is that this damage actually reflects back to the attacker. Jesus almighty Christ, who let him cook? Yeah, I understand, but I don't care, so moving on. Now E. On top of execution effect, E now does 5% of max HP too. Keep in mind that now it has a CDR effect from damaging part of the W. So have a good day, stupid HP stuck in tongue bastards. As for R, now if casted on yourself, it will ignore 50% of the MR. And if casted on the ally, it will heal him for 50% of the damage dealt. Also, Perma Exalted is now gone. You'll have to stack up even after level 4, because why the hell would you actually take gameplay from the champion even if said gameplay is a simplistic trash? And instead, once you reach full stacks, you are now regaining 1% of max mana with each auto attack, since your Q now costs shit ton of mana actually, and E will cost like 70 or 80 at level 5 too. So to not go OOM in like 10 seconds, I think this will do. So yeah, that was rework number 1. Pretty easy to understand, right? Uh-oh, what's this? Shoo, little guy, I know what you're thinking.
True international effort to pressure.
But hear me out. I care only about improving this current trash of a gameplay. If it's OP, and I guess that it is, let's be frank here, then just nerf the numbers. In fact, you should always try nerfing numbers in like 95% of situations before replacing gameplay mechanics. And especially gameplay mechanics that represents fun. You feel me? Not talking about you, Jackson E, you brainless pieces of shit. I actually really wanna talk about those two, but all in due time. As for now, thanks for watching. Oh wait, no, now I'll present you with the second rework. Yes, I know it's like 30 minutes already, but come on man, you want me to do another video about this shit? Listen, I'll try to be as fast as humanly possible, so just sit tight and...
Let them cook. Let them cook, let them cook.
Okay. Now, check this out, you guys. I'm a genius with this one. Oh, and this is a rework not for little babies. So, cover your ears, little baby. So, rework number 2. All of my bullshit from before about the new Ascension system will stay, with only one exception. I really don't want her to support. Now, moving on. Her range. I actually nerfing her final range to 5500, because having more will be turbo busted with what I am about to say. In fact, even this might be OP. As I said, numbers are never final, and for the sake of moving on, let's just leave it like this. Now, her skills. Attack speed passive is now gone, because it too will be OP if it stays. Now Q. The Q and actually R2 are the exact same skills like in the first rework, so just forget about them. What I wanna focus now is this bullshit.
Eldruin's Might is his first skill. It deals medium damage to enemies within the target area, slowing them by 25%. Reactivating while the blade is present will teleport Teriel to his blade.
Hey, so remember this stupid ass, mediocre at best game that almost nobody liked? Yeah, this one. So this game is abandoned for a long time already. And why not just, you know, borrow something from it too? Just like in the good old times. Right? And so, as you may have guessed, W is a new skill. And by new I mean, well, you got the idea. So just like this stupid bullshit is saying, but with a few twists here and there. Here is my version. Firstly, passive effect. With every third hit you are launching a wave of Divine Flame that does percentage of max HP damage, and also half of it to the nearby targets. And it returning 100% of it to your scrawny angelic ass. Because I'm sick and tired building this stupid bullshit item every single game to have at least some sort of sustain. Now active. You throw a magic blade at the range of your auto attack, dealing non-existent damage in the small AoE. This blade stays on the ground for 5 seconds, and during that time you can click W again and teleport yourself to its location within 600 range, or whatever the hell Ariana Ball's range is. Both throw and the teleport costs mana, and the cooldown starts only after you teleport or the blade expires. So, are you with me so far, Cupcake?
Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a beta male, Sonic.
Okay, man, I understand. Just for you. The TLDR shortened version. The passive is a small AoE but weaker Wayne W that also life steals. And active is basically ZW. Okay, alright, okay. And now to the main performance of this circus, which is E. Hey, so do you remember this trash by any chance? Because if not, you're about to. Now, introducing this trash 2.0. Now buckle your seatbelts. For real this time, since this one is truly tad on the silly side. Now listen. So the passive is, when this ability isn't active, you regen some of your max mana each second. And if you're below 35% mana, you regen even more. This regen is scaling with levels. But why? Why do you regen so much, you're asking?
How's that, scientist man?
Let me explain. What?
Yes, I know how it looks, but trust me, you don't have to be Jimmy Neutron level genius to understand this bullshit.
Correct.
Now just sit tight and listen.
You see,
the active instantly burns some of your max mana, infusing you with power, like in the good old times when we had this ability. And so, just like before, your auto attacks doing a lot more magic damage to your main target, and to everything nearby. But everything has a price. And so every successful auto in this mode will cost you 1% of your max mana. And this cost will infinitely increase by 0.5% for each second this ability is active. Wait, so you have to stop using all other abilities during that time? That's just stupid. Well, yeah, this is indeed stupid. And this is exactly why I did this. And so, while damaging mode is active, all of your other abilities cost 0 mana. But for each ability casted during this period, you are now receiving damaging debuff that burns away 0.5% of your max HP each second and stacks infinitely. And the cherry on top, you can actually die from this damage. And now to the funniest part. You can actually now get this. have the damaging mode up even if you deplete all mana. But when that happens, you will set yourself on fire, receiving 2 stacks of damaging debuff every second and burning everything in 300 range AoE around you for double the amount of damage you receiving yourself from those debuffs. And additionally, while you're burning, you are receiving 20 to 70% of attack speed scaling with levels. Once this ability is deactivated, all of these damaging debuffs are instantly gone, and attack speed too, of course. And on top of that, you are receiving another debuff that reduces all of your damage by 20% for 10 seconds, or until this ability is reactivated again. And this ability has of course no cooldown. So, what do you think?
What's that? I can't read the text, but it sounds fun.
Oh, come on, okay, listen. So the passive regens your mana pretty quickly when your E isn't activated. And when it is activated, you are now basically Goku. Your autos slap really hard and even cleave. Now just add Tiamat to that bitch and enjoy hate messages in all chat, fam. But with that bullshit on, all of your autos cost mana, and it's ramping up actually. That being said, all of your other mana costs are now 0, and instead they cost some of your max HP, and this too is ramping up. Additionally, if you are burning away all of your mana, you are becoming even more busted version of Goku, now dealing ticking damage around you like Sunfire, and receiving shit ton of attack speed. But your health are melting away even faster now, so it's like do or die kind of situation. Once you deactivate your E, all of your previous buffs and debuffs are instantly gone, and instead you are receiving minus 20% damage for 10 seconds, or until you press your E again. So it's like, calm down there, buddy. And the cooldown is nothing, because basically your mana is cooldown. And yeah, now quickly to the ascensions. Firstly W, which is, if you recall, a cool-ass teleport now. So, level 2. While your blade is on the ground, and for 2 more seconds after you teleport, your move speed is increased by 10% and attack speed by 15. Keep in mind that level 1 W actually has an astronomical cooldown, and you're not really maxing it because Q and E exist. Oh, and the duration only like 7 seconds tops, so I think this will do. Now, level 3. The bonuses after you teleport are now doubled, and on top of that, each time you proc your HP stealing passive, you are regaining extra 5% of max mana. So as long as you attack, you can prolong damage windows, which is your E duration that sucks more and more mana each second. So yeah, and now level 4. The last ascension is supposed to be crazy as shit, so here we go. And at level 4, after achieving kill or assist, your W cooldown instantly resets. And on top of that, after you teleport to your blade, your Q cooldown also resets. This last part about Q reset is actually maybe too crazy, but whatever, I like the idea, so yeah. Now for E, which is now a Super Saiyan bullshit. At level 2, while E is activated, each of your auto-attacks now giving you a bonus of 2% of attack speed, which persists up until you deactivate it. It won't give much early, but closer to late game. Oh yeah, now level 3. While you are slapping some chicks as Goku, your W lifesteal passive is now proccing 2 times, which means double the amount of mana from this bullshit, and obviously lifesteal too, so you can have even more duration on your E. And finally, level 4. Firstly, while your E is not activated, you are receiving 30% of mana regen from all sources, whether it blue buff, runes, your own regen, like everything. So this will make E cooldown like very low. Secondly, after each kill and assist, you are receiving 50% of your max mana back. In addition, all of your personal self-harming and mana draining debuffs are now cleared. So it's like you just pressed your E, but you are still having your level 2 attack speed modifiers. But on top of that, you are also receiving those 20 to 70% attack speed for 3 seconds too. Resets, man, resets everywhere. Whew, and we're done. That was my rework idea number 2. What? Too convoluted for you, Cupcake?
I know this is really hard for you to grasp because you are a dumbass, so I'll explain it to you again using big words so that you will understand me better and stop asking me to explain things to you all the time.
So, ultimate TLDR. The first rework is about to make her not suck so much ass early and be truly powerful late, not like this pathetic garbanzo that we're having right now. And also, when she can actually, now get this, have a privilege of farming despite facing hard opponents. Like imagine not having minus 40 CS against human laners for once, even though she still kinda sucks pre-tier 3, because I've nerfed every single ability. And the second rework is about all of that too, but also about out Tryndamere and Tryndamere, when you're becoming cancer-like berserk late-game carry with resets. And it's all about how you're managing your E and position yourself in a fight, since you'll need to constantly attack to regen health and mana to prolong damage windows. Oh, and, you know, not die from self-harm.
I am invincible!
Oh, and also with this I'm fixing police skin, because for some reason Infinite Wisdom Riot Games made it so you can hear the siren only when you pressed your E, and once you shoot it, it's gone. Like, what's up with that? But actually, it's rather unfixable, since all of your current skills are kinda trash, and so with my second rework you will have at least 20% uptime on it. I mean, I know, right? No need to applaud. I know it's goddamn glorious.
I'm very smart, it's true. I am the truest of the true.
Okay, we get it. Jesus. Maybe it is somehow interesting. But the problem is, nobody cares about your stupid little fantasies, you goddamn dumbass. Yeah, ok, understandable. But for the sake of my mental state, let's pretend that it's the opposite. Well, actually, I mainly did all of that to not listen to something like, "But if you so smart, why haven't you came with rework ideas yourself? And so I did. Twice even. I mean, sorry if it was too long, but it's all because I'm a bit too passionate about this. Since this girl is the champion I grinded my first Diamond 1 on back in Season 3. Pretty sure that I even had my first penta on her. After all of these years I still have self-cast W and ultimate binded just for her. She was something like my first school crush is what I'm saying. And seeing her in this absolutely disgraceful state is almost physically painful. Like, legit, name me the champion who is more worthy of a title. The worst champion as of right now, if we are looking into the fun about playing her. Unless you're a bottomest bottom masochist who likes being bullied, of course. Oh, and also, maybe it's not that obvious, but this girl is not a rat with a blowgun, but a divine entity of immense power actually. So she should never be useless once she hit her power levels. She should be feared after the final ascension, like full build Vayne or Nasus with 500 stacks and ult up, or Veigar with 1k AP. Well, at least I think it should be like this. Like, holy shit, remember that time when she was supposed to be melee up until level 11? Because blah blah, preserving melee range gameplay. What an insane banana fucks are you even talking about, you silly goobers? What melee range gameplay? You'd never fight without your E back in the day. She's not Jace regening mana and having bonus dev stats in melee form. It was always just a debuff playing with your E on CD. And that's exactly why everybody rushed CDR to be ranged permanently.
The hell is that? 60-round drum. Never have to reload. What the hell?
You bonobo apes? Like, god damn. Hire me, right? I'll fix your dumbass champions. For free even. Because I swear, no sane person who isn't into sniffing glue could make such a shitty rework. Or at least person who is above gold. And I'm not sure which is worse. And yes, I agree. My versions of reworks are probably absolutely busted. But mostly it's because of the fact that the majority of my math came straight out of my ass. So you can disregard those numbers completely. And yet, just look at what I've managed to create here. And tell me that current turbo simplistic live version is much better and fun to play. Go on, tell me. Whatever. And yeah, that's about it. Finally, I swear to our Lord Jesus Christ that I wanted to make this video not more than 15 minutes. But... sorry, I guess that I like memes a little bit too much.
Yo! You about done? Tick-tock, motherfucker!
So, thanks for watching, kings and queens. Like, subscribe, yada yada. So, maybe one day I'll be... gasp! Monetized! I mean, imagine that. And so yeah, more trash of the same caliber to come. Oh, and check out my stream pretty please, for some additional stupid bullshit and mediocre video gaming content. Now that I'm partially unemployed again, I'll stream almost every day. For real this time. Probably. Most likely. I don't know, man. And that's it. Okay, bye.
Am I entertaining you? Well, of course I am. I'm the best. Okay, maybe not the best, but I am definitely entertaining, right? Right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. Wink.